We have here the hot pillow. Let's take a look at it. Now I did this during the live stream, so you can check it out if you want. Now let's look at this. These are some of the requirements that I had when I came up with the idea. And when did I come up with the idea? I don't remember. But I wanted to have no electronics inside of it. Still feel like a pillow. Damn. Stay hot for at least an hour, maybe even longer. That would be even better. Now let's see what else. Oh shit, something else here. And originally I wanted to stay cool as it's cooling down. You know, like your microwave and just doesn't get cold right away. It kind of slowly stays, cooled down slowly. But I want to stay on for a while before it cools down. I got I got crazy handwriting. And let's look. Now, originally I had a size as like a normal pillow, but I changed it to a square pillow because it's easier. It's the same size as a regular square inner microwave. When you open it, it's the same size. Now you're not filling the whole pillow in there because if I catch a fire. Now, now the outer core. Now the outer, I guess what is it? The outer sheath or the sheet, the pillow cover has a zipper, and it has a core, inner core, and inside the core are all these pods that have natural material flexes and wheat. Some of those are set up for heating pads, reusable heating pads, and I just spread them out as pods just because they'll feel better when you're laying your head on them. Now, yeah, there was four parts. There we go. There was four parts to it: the cover, the inner core, and the outer top layer, which is like a soft top, and the inner pods that are inside. And the core itself is supposed to be shapeable. That's why there's square. That's why it's filled with pods and not just the material itself. And then, because originally it was separated, I had it separated. I ended up changing it. Now, the part that heats up is the heatable material. The whole thing is heatable, not the outer cover, just the core itself. This part right here, where all the heat parts are. This part right here is microwavable, along with the pods themselves. But the top cover isn't, and the outer cover isn't, because of course the zipper is there. It's all microwavable. Now, like I said, it has three parts. And as we can see right here, I got the outer cover that has a zipper and the outer top layer. You can't really see it because it's real thin. It's not supposed to be this thin, but AI makes the pictures however it wants. And you can see the pods in here now. The outer cover is now microwave, but everything else, the inner core, the core itself that's the part you put in the microwave. One of the benefits of having the S pods, you can crush up the core. So if you have a smaller microwave, you can crush it up into a ball and put it in there. Originally, I had it designed as a square with pockets, but then I thought not everybody has a big enough microwave that it could fit something like that unless they fold it up. Look at these flex seats right here. Okay, it looks. Now this is open right now. It's not supposed to be. It's just open to show. And then you can see how it is, three parts. The cover, the top part, which is like a cushion, and you got the core itself, which is has a zipper right now, but it's not supposed to have a zipper. It's just for demonstration purposes. It's supposed to be sealed up. Just like we see right here. See, I guess it could be a way to, close it up without a zipper, but it'd be better if it was all closed in so people can't get to it. You see, and the pods themselves are not fully filled in. They just needs to be halfway filled in, just with enough air so that could the air itself could be heated, and so when someone puts their head on it, just cushion, just room for everything to move around. Now the pillow itself, the core itself, once it's heated, it could last minimum 30 minutes up to an hour. But once you have it inside the cover, it can last way longer than that because the heat, it cools down slowly. But you could always take out the cover, put it again in the microwave, and it's ready to go again. Natural materials. I had one like this, not something similar to this, something close to something like this. And it was a chicken that you heat up and you put it in the microwave and heat it up, and it was filled with plastic beads. Now that was another thing you could put in ceramic beads or sometimes plastic beads, something similar to that, which reheatable. But I forgot what I did. I think I threw it away. But it smelled funny every time I heated it up. Now let's see what else we got. These are the three parts right here. Now the fabric itself is washable, reheatable. The only part that is heatable is just where the pods are, not the top foam. It's just the cushion and the cover itself. They're not heatable. But this part right here is heatable. Right here, this part is heatable. These are the pods filled with the flex seeds or some material that's or the wheat. Actually, you could use that. I've seen some that are filled with wheat. I know wheat is microwavable, reheatable. They use some pads for that. And this is the core itself. The pillow core is square, just because of the microwave size. And you can always crunch it up to a ball. So you can see you can fill it up with cherry pits, flax seeds, rice, wheat, and then the one that I had used before was the clay beads, ceramic beads. Now it's better. Now you see right here, I have it filled up like to the max, but you don't want it filled up to the max. You need to leave room in there for everything to move around. Now this material, the top cover part, that's the cushion. You could have it whatever you want. Memory foam or 100% cotton. Now let's just take a good look at the diagram, how it's supposed to look like. Now again, the core itself doesn't have a zipper. It has a zipper in the diagram just for demonstration purposes, just so you can see what it looks like inside. It's supposed to be completely sealed. You can use this for heat therapy, like if you have sore muscles. Mac coming from work, tired, loose beads. You want them to be loose, not too tight. Flax seeds. You can put whatever is microwavable in there. The material itself for the pod is also microwavable. Make sure they're both microwavable. Now I have seen that I've seen something similar to this when they came out with this product for so you could heat up a potato in the microwave. The material it was 100% material fabric. So there's fabric out there for this. And this is the process, how to use it. You remove the cover, unzip it, remove the cover and the padding, and you can put the core in the microwave. And then you can slip it back in, you're good to go. Pretty simple. Now, it's pretty cool. That was a nice idea. The diagram looks nice. Before I had to make these by, natural with drawings, I got to make it in Photoshop. Now it's so much easier. Not too bad. If you guys want to see how I went through this doing the research, design, you can check out the live stream. I actually did all this live. All right, that's it. See you guys next time. See ya.